I can tell you that no one in this room has ever had to worry about cutting a piece of meat or slicing a watermelon. We just fetch one of these from the comfort of our kitchens, and we don't even need to worry about where to find it because there are so many supermarkets all around us. This hasn't always been the case though, as we all know. During the Middle Stone Age, later Stone Age transition, a period from about 44 to 40,000 years ago, early humans had the same needs that we have, but had to work a lot harder to achieve the same goals. They had to make this knife from scratch. To make cutting tools, they had to scour the earth in search of suitable raw materials, test these raw materials, shape these raw materials, and sharpen it just to cut pieces of meat to make a delicious stew. I'm lucky though because I get to time travel and walk in their shoes, at least from 9 to 5 on weekdays. Nonetheless, I get to reconstruct a part of their lives by tracing their steps and getting into their minds. The approach that I use allows me to reimagine the first steps in the stone tool making process. I do this by studying prehistoric stone tool kits, by scouring the earth just as they did to find similar raw materials, by conducting thin section analyses to identify the rocks, and finally, by conducting geochemical analyses to match the rocks that I find in the field to those that we see in the stone tool kit. If these rocks match, then we can start thinking about early human evolution and behavioral patterns. To make things interesting, research shows that from the Middle Stone Age to the later Stone Age, there was a transition in the stone tools that they used. However, very few researchers have looked at this from a raw material perspective. I am very few researchers. And I can tell you that at Border Cave, a site here at home, we find the earliest evidence of this transition. And I've discovered that there is, in fact, a simultaneous shift in the raw materials at this site. This begs the question, why? Why does this happen? Was it a matter of convenience, or was there a relationship between the stone tools and the raw materials? The approach that I use allows me to answer these questions because it asks how and why these raw materials were selected, what they were used for, and how far early humans had to toil and travel for a heartwarming meal. Next time you guys hear the words of the legendary philosopher Draco Champagne-Papi Six Guardian, remember that he never lied when he said, "We started from the bottom, and now we are here." Thank you.